Yeah, for those of you living under a rock, Halo 3 was originally slotted to drop yesterday on Tuesday the 21st, but 343 ended up dropping it a week early, and somehow this guy has a problem with that.
Alrighty, so I actually just woke up. I played a couple hours of Halo 3 PC last night, and so far I'm really enjoying the game. Shot registration was phenomenal for me. I was actually mind blown by some of the shots I was able to hit across the map.
Starting off the video, it just kind of looks like, oh hey, Halo 3 dropped, I'm really happy about it, take a look at this. But when you get into the video, you will see that he is visibly upset that people are able to play the game early. And you are not going to believe the reason why.
This video, this is just going to be me bitching. Yeah, that's all this is going to be, so I can understand if you don't want to watch it.
See this, he went ahead and warned me to stop watching at this point. But I continued. Like an idiot.
But, yeah, I gotta kind of rant about this. I have to, man, because for those of you who don't know, they shadow dropped Halo 3 on PC last night. And some people were frustrated by this. They changed the date and time that they're releasing the game and shadow dropped it. And yeah, some people are frustrated, myself included.
Okay, so I've actually never heard the term shadow drop before, and I thought he was just making words up. But I looked it up, and apparently that's a term that people have kind of loosely used to describe games being either dropped the same day they're announced or dropped without an announcement whatsoever. Didn't see anybody else complaining about it, though.
And like, let's just put this into perspective. So, they announced back in March of 2019 that MCC is coming to PC, that they're going to roll the games out one by one, right? And as soon as they announced that in March of 2019, over a year ago, I said to myself, okay, when Halo 3 comes out, I'm taking off work and I'm grinding this game all day. That's what I'm thinking to myself, right? Just like any game that you want to take off work to play when it releases.
So guys, this man has been planning for over a year now to take a day off from work to play Halo 3 all day. Now, this is just me personally, but if I went to my boss and said, yo, can I take a day off of work so I can grind Halo 3 all day, he would probably not be very happy with me. And I work for my dad.
Halo 3, that was my game, and that's my pride and joy. I'm taking off work, and I'm gonna play this game as soon as it drops. And other people had similar plans. Well, we don't get a date that they are releasing Halo 3 on PC until 7 days before. Till 7 days before. We don't get the time the game is dropping until like 4 days before. And then, like 12 hours before the time that they give us, that the game's gonna drop, they change it and they shadow drop the game right then and there. Now, when I expressed my frustrations with this, with them shadow dropping the game and not being able to stick to a set date and time, I was met with a lot of comments along the lines of, oh, you're mad they're releasing it early? How could you be mad they're releasing it early? Oh, you always gotta find something to complain about.
I mean, those are very valid questions. Why are you mad that it's releasing early? You get to play it sooner? Other people get to play it sooner? How could this possibly be construed as a bad thing?
Arash, I'll link his channel in the description. He was met with similar comments. And in the official Halo Discord. In the official Halo Discord, he said, stuff like this is seriously pathetic for a major company. I don't know why it is so hard to give us release dates and stick to them. Yeah, I mean, that is just, how could you, I agree. 100%. And then people are like, oh, are you serious? And Arash says 100%. So you're literally complaining about a company releasing a game early? And Arash says, yeah, some people make plans around set dates and times companies give them. It's not hard to stick to the times you tell people. 100%. He is not wrong at all. So, this guy, so it's a bad thing they release it 12 hours early? All right, cool. Yes, it's a terrible fucking thing. And then you got...
It is a terrible beeping thing that a company released a product early. So I think I'm kind of starting to get an idea of what's going on. You made plans to take off work for the day that Halo 3 was going to come out because you wanted to grind it all day the very first day it dropped for some reason. And now that it came out early, you are very upset about it because you made plans and now you're not going to be able to play them, I guess, on the day it fell through. I mean, you can still take off work on that day and play Halo. It's not like it's going anywhere. But since it's not the very first day, then your plans are ruined. And so now, since your plans are ruined, you are very selfishly upset because other people can now play the game early when you can't because of, shock, work responsibilities.
Snickerdoodle says, ats Arash in the Discord, and says, okay, hang on, we'll just roll it back for everyone and tell them it was because you were mad. How the fuck can people not understand that you would be frustrated with them releasing the game unexpected like this? They give us the release date 7 days before. They give us the release time 4 days before, and then they fucking change it and just drop it right then and there. You don't understand how people could be frustrated by that? People take off of work. They plan for this shit because they want to play the game right when it drops.
What stinking difference does it make whether you play the game when it drops or whether you play it 4 days later? It's not going anywhere. Halo 3 is going to be exactly the same tomorrow as it is today. Only difference might maybe be different people will be playing it or different numbers of people will be on, which could fluctuate from any given day or any given hour or any other factor like that. But it's still Halo 3. You're not missing some big event. It's not like a concert in Fortnite that you have to be there for real time, otherwise you just completely miss it. No, we're talking about regular, good old standard vanilla multiplayer Halo 3. Okay, there's no reason why you have to play it the first day other than you just want to for some reason. And so apparently the developers dropping the game early for other people to play it is an absolute tragedy because you can't play it that day and you made plans to play it on the very first day.
You don't understand how people wouldn't like them releasing the game unexpectedly early? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's right, guys. Something is the matter with us because we can't see how a grown man is upset that he can't play Halo 3 on day one because he has to go to work and earn money and stuff like that. What is beeping wrong with us, guys?
And then there were even more brain-dead replies on this tweet Arash put out saying apparently H3 is out. I don't know why 343 has a dying hatred of actually sticking to release times. And you had people saying, why is this a bad thing? You could still play it at whatever time you planned, but others can begin playing it now. First off, that's not the point. You want to play. You plan to play the game right when it drops. You want to play it right when it drops. Some people want to grind it from the time it drops all through the night.
Do you know what has really changed in this situation? Absolutely nothing. You're still scheduled to take work off that day and play Halo to your heart's content all day, grinding out the game. And we've already established that it doesn't really matter whether you do it on day 1 or day 15 because Halo 3 is still out. You don't have to play it the very first day it drops, and you're still going to be playing it on the same exact day whether it drops then or whether it drops a week before. What it really is that you're impatient and you feel like you need to play the game the very first day it comes out or somehow you're missing out on some great experience. When in actuality, the experience is going to be more or less the same no matter what.
And this, because they like finding something to cry about. 343 gives us Season 2 update early in Halo 3 on PC and it's bad? How is releasing a game earlier than intended shady? Literally no one loses in this. No one loses in this situation?
Yeah, that seems like a very valid point.
What? Imagine being mad that one of the most anticipated Halo games on PC released early. These people, I don't understand it. I mean, completely brain dead. Nobody understands how you could be frustrated that something released early? And there was plenty of other unintelligent comments, but I don't have time to go through them all.
Yeah, guys, all these people are very unintelligent. They are mentally deficient because we cannot comprehend or understand or relate to being upset that a game dropped early and other people got to play it. I feel like this is a little bit similar in a way to people that are like happy that games are exclusive to their platform of choice, like Age of Empires being exclusive to PC or The Last of Us being exclusive to PlayStation. They're like, well, we get to play it and you don't, ha ha ha. I mean, that doesn't make sense. I feel like it would be a lot better if you were happy that other people would be able to play the game and would not want it locked to your platform. And in the same way, you would be happy that Halo 3 came out and other people get to play it early. And if you can't play it, then would just be like, oh, no big deal. I'm scheduled to take work off on that day anyway. I can play it then.
But let me put it like this, for those of you who don't understand how releasing something early and changing the date and time unexpectedly could be a bad thing.
Yes, finally, he's actually going to give us real reasons for why this is bad.
So let's say you plan a week-long vacation for you and your family. You plan a cruise, okay? And there's a set date and a set time that you're going to board the cruise, okay? And let's say the terminal where you got to go to board the cruise is like 3 hours away, right? And it's the night before. Tomorrow, you're going to the terminal, you're boarding the cruise, and there you go, right? It's the night before, you have all your shit packed, you're ready to go to sleep, you're going to wake up early, get to the terminal 2 hours before boarding, and that's the plan, right? And then all of a sudden, the cruise line comes out and says, we're boarding now. We're boarding right now. Oh, that's a good thing because it's early? Oh, it's early. That's a good thing. You're 3 hours away from the terminal. You plan to be there on time, but they unexpectedly, without warning, just changed it and said, hey, we're boarding now.
This is hands down the stupidest analogy you could have possibly come up with. Okay, there is a fine difference between a game releasing early and cruise line boarding being early. And let me point it out to you since you clearly cannot tell the difference. When a cruise line would be boarding early, you would not be prepared and you would miss it. You would not be able to go on the cruise the week later or however long it is. But when Halo 3 comes out, it's still going to be there. It's going to be there forever. It's not going anywhere. Maybe it'll get shut down like years and years in the future, but we're talking about 1 week here. I mean, that is just so stupid. Let me give you a better analogy, okay? If I was doing a live stream and I had it scheduled to be some time and everybody was like expecting to watch it that time and then I decided to do the live stream early, that would be a problem because people could miss the live stream because it's a shock temporary event. But if I was going to upload a video tomorrow and instead upload it today, would you be angry about that? Well, I was planning to watch the video when it first came out. I wanted to see it the moment it came out, and I was taking off work to see it. But the video is still there. You can go and watch it right now. Well, I wanted to watch it as soon as it came out. Why can't you understand? And other people are like, well, I got to see it early, and you're mad that he released his video early? I wanted to see it the moment it came out. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, it's just basically you wanted to play something the moment it dropped because you are impatient enough to wait for it, and then you're upset that other people can play it early and you can't, and your little plans sort of fell through. I mean, you can still play it, but clearly you don't really care about playing it. You really just care about playing it the day it comes out, and then you come up with this really awful analogy of a cruise line, and it's just a whole mess.
You don't That's a good thing? The stupidity. I cannot stand stupidity, and it's just, stupidity is so common in the world today.
Yes, I know. The lack of self-awareness here bothers me too. Anyway, guys, he goes on and rants about this for another good 5 minutes or so. I'm not going to watch the rest of it because it's mostly him repeating himself and saying that people are dumb because you could tell them 2 + 2 = 4 and they would say it equals 5 or some rando crap like that. I'm going to leave it off here because I don't want this to get too long. But yeah, basically this whole thing is incredibly stupid, very self-centered, and very not self-aware at all. But thank you all so very much for watching the video. It really means a lot to me. If you enjoyed it, please do be sure and leave a like on it, as it would really help me out quite a bit. A big shout out to our T-Squad Plus premium channel members, names listed on the screen above. They help make the dream work possible by supporting me on a monthly basis, and I give them some pretty cool perks for doing so. Until next time, I've been your host, Cass Gaming, and I will see you all at the top.
I'm about to end this man's whole career. Aside from my soul.